Yeah. All right. Next up on our docket, Chris Braswell from Alabama. Roll Tide.
A lot of
What?
people don't know he was named after me.
What the dude say? Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. All right. So Chris Braswell in 2021 he had 14 snaps, one sack. 2022 330 snaps with 4 sacks, and then last year 569 snaps, 22 tackles, 56 pressures, and 13 sacks. As far as his RAS, 862. Elite for him is his speed, 946, 20-yard split, 267, 10-yard split, 1.5, which is always good. His height, 6'3". The guy, it's if he got a yellow on that, but his weight is 251, which is red. But when they get their grown man body, that weight would definitely change, and his explosion is yellow too, according to Raz. What you got for Chris Braswell from the University of Alabama, Chris?
I really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, he kind of reminded me of a better Tyus Bowser
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Bowser was a super athlete coming out, and Alabama, they asked Braswell to do a lot. They
Mm-hmm.
asked him to drop in coverage, they asked him to rush, they asked him to set the edge, and I was a big fan of his game. He has what we spoke about with Booker and Chop. This dude can convert speed to power consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. The plan isn't there yet, but the physical ability to be able to threaten on the edge, but also be able to, you know, just run a damn offensive tackle right off the ball is there with Braswell.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see with it when we're talking about complete, package edge defenders. And I think he might be one of the most complete guys in this draft. Just when you look at the physical tools, the power that he has, he just has to develop more of that plan in order to set defenders up. And I don't think he really looked as explosive as his testing numbers were.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if that's because the lack of playing time, because when you're at Alabama,
You
you
rotate.
know, you're not going to be able to just go off and rush the passer willy nilly and like you will in some other places.
Yep.
You behind Dallas Turner, you behind Will Anderson, so him not being as developed as, let's say, a guy like Latu,
Right.
who has a whole bunch of snaps and has been able to, be able to be a edge rusher,
Right. And
edge
refine his
rusher.
moves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with more of those kind of snaps, I think Chris Braswell, he might be able to be one of the most complete guys when it's all said and done from this draft class.
And again, I got to say this: we don't talk about these before we hit the live button, like these comparisons. My stuff for Chris Braswell is typical Alabama defensive end, well coached, tough, physical versus the run, sets the edge well. Then he's a has a well-rounded pass rush package to go with it. There is no one thing that jumps out, but he does a lot of stuff very well. Like he's not exceptional at nothing really, but he's very good at a lot of things. And then I got in bold letters for my last note, a very solid football player, a 3-down defensive end. Like he can play the run, he can pass rush. He ain't got this, he don't have this explosive, like this great first step or this great spin move or this great pull through, but he's just solid, man. You can you can trust him to be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there doing what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Bama edges do. And then occasionally you'll get a Will Anderson to come through that can do those things and be exceptional at some other stuff.
Yep.
And that's the kind of football player, if we didn't have, a room full of guys and 9 holes on offensive line, I can see Chris Braswell being the pick. I can see because Chris Braswell, like I think I read somewhere where the scouts get an opportunity to put a red dot on a player that plays like a Raven.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to put my red dot on Chris Braswell.
Yeah, he fits their type. You know, their type, the lineage as far as the Alabama connection, just the play style. Like I said, he reminded me of Tyus Bowser a lot. And you know, you can make those connections easily. It's just what are you willing to sacrifice as far as need in order to bring him in?
Right. All right. That's Chris Braswell. Good dude right there. I enjoyed watching his tape.
Yeah.
And he got a pick six. Got a pick six in there.